Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming at you here. We're out at my golf course just outside of Joliet, Illinois here. We are talking about short game and how you can improve yours. Hey everybody, Scott Hogan here. We are talking short game here. It's beautiful outside here in Chicago. It's 50 degrees. Figured let's get outside with the Mevo and just look at some golf shots. So we're talking about how the golf club works in short game. So I see a lot of people, and this comes from, I saw just a student the other day really having some issues with the yips and just struggling with making any contact at all. Like can't get the ball on the green from 5-6 yards, and they can hit it 300 yards. Well, let's talk about what happens when I see that, because I actually suffered from that myself, is having issues with that type of stuff. And I'll tell you what happened to me. When we go for short game, the first thing you want to understand is as we go to hit a golf shot, the club head needs to be going down. We need this leading edge to get to the bottom of the ball, and we also want to see the club. We want to see this club kind of slide across the golf ball. So we would love to see that as we go. That's why it's important to have kind of newer wedges. If you want a lot of spin, newer wedges, clean face, clean golf ball. If you get this club head to slide down, that ball is going to get up in the air. You're going to have a lot of control, and you're going to be consistent with how it reacts. So what do people do normally? Well, the thing I always see people do is they get told hands forward and kind of like a putt stroke. Well, here's what happens when you do that. You get this linear stroke where a lot of times the club is going either level to the ball or actually even going up into the ball. So it gets really tough to get the contact you want and get the ball to launch up in the air. So that's where I see people struggle, and that's what I was told to do, which eventually led to the yips. Now, where did that come from? Well, golf courses have changed in a lot, and you used to be able to, the ball would sit up in the kind of shorter rough, and you have this clean lie, or the fairways weren't so, clean or as tightly mowed as they are now, and so you were able to kind of pick that ball off the top of that grass, and it would work. But now with green speeds faster, more hills, you got tighter fairways, longer rough, you really can't hit that low shot. It doesn't really work out. So we want to make sure we're able to get this ball in the air. So if I need to get the club to go down towards the ball. So we already determined that if I take an approach of kind of linearly moving my hands, that club will like to move up through the stroke. That's exactly the opposite of what we want. What I'd rather see is, if I had my hands on the grip, it's just a feeling of get the club head to go down to the ball, okay? What you're gonna see when you do that is the club's gonna come down. It's actually gonna come back with the same loft or pretty close to it that you started with at address, maybe a little less, but it's definitely not de-lofted a ton. So you got a more chance to hit some high lofted shots. You're also going to be able to use the bounce of the wedge, which is the back part here. So you're not going to be digging in with the leading edge, which causes a ton of problems. So again, we want to see, if I had to think about what I'm going to do with my hands, I don't want to drag the handle. I want to push the handle down to get the club head to go down. And I'm going to do that with both hands. And you want to figure out how you're going to do that. So right hand's going to be more of like a throw motion for me. Left hand's almost going to kind of like pull it, but I'm just directing the club head down towards the ground. That's going to get the club under the ball. It's going to get the friction we need for some spin, and I'm going to be able to consistently make good contact. So that's the key thing we're looking for. That's going to help us hit some shots. So let's go ahead, let's try a few. Let's see what we get. That's pretty good. It's really wet out here, obviously being the winter, and actually even caught the ground a little first there. Still, because I have the club coming in nicely, I was able to get some good bounce on it. Still up on the green, nice shot. So I like that, and we'll go from there. So a good day to actually practice this, because you don't hit it good, it's going to be we're going to lay some sod. Hit that one nicely. Up there, hit soft, release it a little bit. Not going to get a ton of spin here. We're getting like 6,000 according to the Mevo, which is a little low, but again, A little wet out here, not getting all the friction you'd want on it, so that's fine. Really just want the good contact. And then we'll do one more. Oh, I like that one the best. Ooh, I hit that one the best. More spin. I actually got a lot of ball to club there. I got 8,000 RPMs on that baby, so that was nice. And it's up there about a foot away. So really good stuff there for how I feel going out. Actually my first day chipping outside in about 3 months. So as we go there, my focus is always going to be on trying to get that handle down, okay? Try to put the force in. Now what happens if I go the other way? Again, this is how I was taught as I did this. So what I did was hands forward, drag. And let's see, what I get is a lot lower shot. It's running and I can't control it. And I have an issue where I have to make sure I get through the ground. So I was a little skinny on that shot. Because I know if I get those hands forward, I gotta get the club down there somehow, but if I catch too much ground and this leading edge is there, I'm in trouble. So that's where we start to see a lot of things from just some bad concepts. They really cause some issues in the short game, and it all starts really going downhill from there. So start thinking about how you can get the handle to start going down, or pressure the handle to go down, as opposed to dragging it through. I think you're gonna have a lot more success. You're gonna be able to generate some spin. You're gonna be able to hit more consistent shots, and you're gonna be a much better short game player. So go ahead. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Leave us a comment down below. What's some of your issues with short game? What do you think about what you've been told? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to be able to answer any questions you have. So thanks everybody for watching this video. We hope to see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And we're gonna be talking more as we hopefully are getting ready for golf up here in the north sooner than later.